Yeah.
Hello and welcome to this game cast played on Black Forest Duel. We've got Jurgen Enjoyer / Macob / Maxmix, and he's playing first UK Armoured. And he's up against Willthethe playing a very better deck, second Panzergrenadier. We're on Black Forest Duel. Red's got the better side here. Why is it the better side? Because I'm still ill, sorry. Basically, blue can forward rush into here. And they get in this zone. Sorry, red can forward rush into here, and I'm pretty sure they get there before blue. They did change it, but either way, red's got a really good way to get into this zone early at the start. And blue cannot do that to alpha. You know, you'd want the start. You'd want both teams to meet like here, maybe. Maybe red gets to here, but I'm pretty sure they actually just get into the zone. We'll find out because these are forward deployed. Anyway, some really interesting drafting decisions here. So the FV432 is garbage. It's very slow. It's got smoke, but it's only got one front armor, and there's no overkill mechanics in this game. At least the way they've been implemented is such that you basically never see it. So if you blow this up, everybody inside dies. Everybody inside dies, unless you got KDA Schutzen, in which case they survive on 2 HP. But the point is that if you like barely destroy a vehicle, the guys inside should all survive, and if you seriously destroy a vehicle, they should all die. That's just a very obvious way of doing things. It's in Wargame Red Dragon, but it's not in Warno. It's in the code, they just haven't enabled it. So that's why this is bad, because there's no point using the armor on it. All that it means is that you get in there second, and the MMGs are like literally 1/3 as good as 50 cals. I don't think there's any 50 cals in this game. Just looking at the side, so we'll never find out. But pretty sure the 50 cal does like 0.35 and has more range, whereas this does 0.15. It's a lot worse. Anyway, so we got Terry Paracal Gustav, Paramilan 2, and SAS Patrol rushing out to Bravo. We'll see how far they get. Backed up by 3 Assault Pioneers in the slow-ass transports and a Rover CP. Rover CP for Charlie, and then some more forward deployed. So 3 Terry Paracal Gustav. They're going quite... So basically, if you're on the blue side here, you can get to this building with forward deployed before the enemy does. So they should be going for this building, really. Especially with that Milan too. So, yeah, 2 conservative there. And then 2 SAS Patrol, 1 for here, 1 for here. They've got the Grand Surveillance Radar, so they're quite good. And then, yeah, another slow guy. He's going over here for some reason. And the CV. Switching to his opponent's deployment. Got Willthethe. He is Russian Charlie. He is FS Jaegering all the place. He's going to Bravo. That's perfect English there. Yeah, so he's trying to rush this with 2 FS Jaeger, Milan 2, which is actually going here, which is interesting. I mean, really, you want it here so that it can shoot down the road. That's where you want it, so it can shoot down the road, shoot the reinforcements coming down the road. And 2 of these guys, not sure why he's bringing those. Maybe just for the recon. Yeah, that'll be it. Just recon here, recon here. FS Milan 2 to Foxtrot. So he's got no recon on this side, but I guess the recon that he's sending to here, he thinks will suffice, but he'd have to move it. It's always worth having something over here. Oh, that's what the Lux is for. Okay, my bad. And then 2 Marder 1A3s, a Leopard 2A3, 0 Vet, which I don't recommend, and 1 CV. To Fliegerfast as well for the Charlie attack and the Bopar helicopter. So we'll cast the game. I'll do it from this perspective. Right, so they're off, and I'd like to take the time to thank the generous channel joiners. They get the names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. Great way to support the channel. At the tier 2 and 3 memberships, you can get your games cast at a rate of 1 a month. So if you beat a pro player and you want everybody to know about it, quit messaging me on Discord trying to get me to do it for free and pay up. If you don't want to pay money, that's fine. Please do consider liking the video and commenting on it. It takes you 10 seconds. Can't think of anything to say, just write GG. And it makes YouTube recommend the videos to more people. But yes, I do get a lot of people messaging me. A lot of people say, can you cast my game? And I say, I charge for this service. The reason I charge for the service is because I like money. But it's also because it keeps these people off my back. At which point they say, oh, that's greedy. Well, yeah. Fair enough, maybe, but you know, I'm not your personal spokesperson, am I? So the tornado is out to stop because basically the first UK forward deployed has nothing to defend it from the air. Neither does the second Panzer one. So that's a good place to unload. So actually blue does get here at the same time as red now. Interesting. I still think the map is red favoured because red can set up here at the start, as you can see, and can still challenge. But before they reworked it, red would just get straight into this zone. It's good that they reworked it. That's a very interesting line of sight there. That guy could have moved a little bit left, a little bit right, but chose death. Bopar, yeah, so that the tornado presumably should be used against this, but he's not doing it. Maybe he's... Oh, okay, now he's doing it. Now that it's massively overextended. Maybe he thought there'd be some Rolands back here or something. So these guys are not in buildings and these guys are. Okay, they fixed that. SAS Patrol are special forces. The sniper's rubbish because of the way the sniper trait works. Wow, Tornado gets hit by Fliegerfaust. Fliegerfaust has a lot more range than it used to. Incredible. Anyway, so here's Tornado HE Bomber. So these things, I don't like them, but people like them because of, like, you can do this air spam strat where you bring 4 of them and 2 clusters and 2 seed, and you just keep bombing. But did you see how it took 9 seconds for that bomb to land? That's why I don't like him. So that guy eats that, and then because it's 0 vet, it's going to stay low cohesion for a long time. So now second tick, he's bought another one. They cost 275, but he's getting rebates on his stuff. So that's 2 income worth of bombers. 2 minutes income worth of bombers. So if your opponent just buys an iHawk or 2 iHawks for 1 minute's income, then that puts a stop to all that. But instead, he's bought an M110 and he's bought a Gepard. So that's, yeah, second Panzer, the counter to that is iHawks. Or just buy your own ASFs. But if they've got ASFs up, iHawks, man, like 130 points, including the transport. So he's bought the ASF instead. But this one is low, because it ate that Fliegerfaust, but he's kept it in, which is interesting. I'd be tempted to evac it straight away, but whatever. And yeah, it's going to be hard for second Panzer. Whoa, that was 3 kills. I know it only says 2. It only says 1 because the game's broken. But that was 3. You saw 3 guys die there. There was a Milan, an SAS Patrol, and a Panzergrenadier Carl Gustav. But yeah, that's this thing on the right here doesn't work properly. If you kill multiple units in the same tick, the tick is basically so that you've got the FPS, which is how the game displays... I'm a game developer, I know these things. How the game displays the graphics, but you have an all the internal physics calculations and stuff do not happen at the visual frame rate, because otherwise your visual frame rate would be really low. And they don't really need to. So Warno, I believe, is 10 hertz. So 10 times a second the internal physics engine updates 10 times a second. And so if you kill multiple units in the same tick, you get it only displays one of them. It only displays the first one, so they just need to catch that. It'll be something they're doing in the code where it's just checking for the last one. They need to put a buffer in, so if multiple things die, it will spool through the buffer. But instead, it's just displaying the last one. So that is fixable. Anyway, they bought the iHawks, 130 points. I've noticed this guy, Makob, he's bringing his child. You really don't want to be doing that at all. So basically, you get twice as much availability if they're at no vet, but the Challenger has the lowest fire rate of any proper tank in the game, any heavy tank in the game. Like, look, even this 80-point Leopard 1 fires faster than the Challenger. And so if you have it on no vet, as soon as it gets hit, it loses loads of cohesion, and the fire rate goes down the lower the cohesion is, and so it goes down even more. So it's really not ideal at all. Not ideal at all. This Lux is in a good spot. I wonder... I think that Gazelle will survive, depending on how fast Makob reacts. So if it was 30mm, this would already be dead. He's not reacting, it's dead. Yeah, you see, so one shot does 1 damage, and then it all comes down to, like, so it does a salvo length of 5. Sometimes all 5 of those hit. This 55% accuracy, I believe, is the chance of 1 bullet in the salvo to hit, which is a really, really bad way of displaying data. Tried to speak to Darix about this, but he just doesn't understand it. Basically, what that means is that if the accuracy of this goes up, like this is basically never going to be a very low number, so it means that this is a very not useful stat at all. What it should be displaying is the the accuracy of one shot to do one hit. Anyway, so the tornadoes are back. The Eyehawk's not in position. We'll have to keep attention to the names. Eastwood, because these take a long time to reload. The Seed got the Gepard, and then the Tornado F3, no joy on that, because these actually have. So it's got 40% ECM and it's got missiles. So they're all missing each other there. Eastwood, Young, Anthony. Okay, so the thing is, so Young still got his short range missiles, so he could have turned and fought there, but instead he's ooh. Okay, so that last missile missed there. So, a bit unlucky that this tornado missed so much, but these accuracies are quite low and these ECMs are quite high, 40%, 30%, so not entirely out of it. But yeah, back to what I was saying. You really don't want it to be displaying the chance of one thing hitting in the salvo. It's just a really bad idea, but it's a difficult thing to explain. So, this is just a standard 1v1, so you would expect whoever wins to complain a lot. Neither won, so that was actually perfect RNG. Okay, so the guy with the Eyehawk and the Tornado lost to the guy with just the Tornado. Many such cases. And this is Nightingale. So he's got at least 3 of these, probably 4, because they take 3 minutes to reload. No luck on that Eyehawk, and losing the fighter when you have an Eyehawk and a fighter and the enemy's got the same fighter as you is very unlucky there. So very unlucky for Willthethe. Nothing's really happening here. It's just playing for trades at the moment. The red player's been pushed back, but the blue player lost all his guys to that. To be honest, where'd it go? This thing has done quite well for itself. But I really do think that Willthethe should be buying more Eyehawks. Like, he should be buying 3 Eyehawks at this point. You've seen that many tornadoes come out. He probably thinks it's just the same one over and over, but we know, because of the names and because of the fact that it takes 3 minutes to reload. Can't be the same one. Those moved. But yeah, this thing is good. It's just buying it at the start can really kill your momentum. Like, imagine if instead of this he'd bought 2 Eyehawks. I think that would have done a lot better for him. Anyway. Nothing really happening. So SS Patrol moving forwards here. This guy being at no vet is just a really big mistake, but this is out of ammo, so it can't shoot. And you see, like, so this is routed, and it's low cohesion, and it's going to stay like that for about 5 to 7 minutes, I think it'll take to get its cohesion back, because it's 0 vet. Whereas if it's 1 vet, it gets its cohesion back about twice as fast. Let's try and find it. So, right, so it doesn't. It just says leader when it's not a leader. It doesn't actually tell us the effect of no vet. There we go. Stress recovery 0.6 per second. Let's have a look at this Fliegerfaust. Stress recovery 1.9 per second, so it's 3 times higher. It gets its cohesion back 3 times faster. So that is firing at literally nothing. Yeah, he's got to be careful because this guy has a pretty chunky Panzerfaust. Oh no, he's going forwards. That's a mistake. Obviously, I guess, does he know about this? Well, if he does, he's had it. Tornado IDS AT. So the Maverick's got a lot better. And you'll note that there's no AA here. He's just relying on these tornadoes. Lots of tornadoes. So this has been resupplied. Needs to be a little bit further forwards if you can. And this one needs to be a lot further forwards. This one needs to be like here. The problem, of course, is the seed. So you got to hotkey them and get really good at turning them off and stuff. That tornado is so lucky, man. How 2 shots, 2 hits, and on the second one he was on low cohesion. That Eyehawk gets domed by the seed. But yeah, these tornadoes, quite a bit of luck there, and now he's going to bomb that Eyehawk. So this is actually really, really, really bad news for Willthethe, because you get 3 of those in a card. Chances are he's only brought 1 card. He's lost at least 1 of his fighters, and now he's only got 1 potential Eyehawk left. Probably, unless he had 2 cards. And yeah, so like the only thing he's got left to kill these bombers is 1 Eyehawk and 1 Tornado F3. So that's really, really bad news for him, actually, because I'm not sure what he's going to do now. So he's bought the second Tornado. And he's bought some Fliegerfausts. Really needs that third Eyehawk. But yeah, this is really bad news. Anyway, so high cohesion, gets hit by Milan, mediocre cohesion. Do you remember this guy from before? He's still mediocre cohesion. It's been ages. Anyway, oh right, he's got the F-16s as well. Okay, so he should really be killing this tornado. Okay, he gets it. So actually, it's not so bad for Will if he's still got he's got 3 fighters up. These 2 and the tornado we just saw. Macomb either has 2 or 4 of these, because you get 2 cards if you bring them, and he's lost 1. The other one's repairing still, I believe. So, noticing a lack of recon here. So like this is here obviously, but you need something on the edge. The only exceptional optics you get is the Racist, and I can't remember if 2nd Panzergrenadier gets that. I know 5th does. So he's going for those challenges. You might get it. I mean, obviously it aims quite slow, and this has been updated now. Do you see how he put the CV next to it? So that it could get its cohesion back faster. So actually this is now just going to miss. Oh, he's going for the supply. He might get it. Might get it. But yeah, you see that the cohesion takes a very long time to come back. And you see with that 20 pen, this 5 armor guy surviving. There you go, 2 Bedford supply down. This thing has got a lot of value. So, I believe... I can't remember... well, I don't remember the names. But yeah, this is Eastward and this is Elder. Oh, that's a cluster one. So, more tornadoes out. And the F-16s are down, right? They're resupplying. So, you can really easily move out the way of these ones if you go sideways. Like you see there. So it was a mistake for him to bomb both, because it bombs in a line. He should have bombed one to the left of it and one to the right of it instead of both just on it, because then survives, right? And to be honest, you just don't want to be going for vehicles. You don't want to be going for tanks and stuff with that. You want to be going for stationary objects like infantry. Infantry of course moves, but not that fast. Right, okay, here's the next lot. Nightingale again, and Young. So he's got 4 of these and 2 clusters, and at least 2 fighters. F-16s need to turn in now. So he might get him, but once again he didn't bomb it properly. Although, well, okay, he gets it anyway. Like yeah. If they're moving, it's just not worth going for. Okay, so the F-16s should really be cleaning up here, but they're all evacing and stuff. That tornado's probably going to get one. Just don't understand what dealt the damage on this. Was it literally 2 Fliegerfausts out of 4 hitting it? Might have been. So this is Gardiner. Yes, Fliegerfaust strong. That's hilarious. But yeah, if you fly over them, their accuracy goes up. So if you fly right over 4 of them, there's a pretty good chance that that's going to happen. But literally 3 out of 4 hits there, because they only deal 4 damage. So, but yeah, they've got really good range. Like you compare this to the Strela. I don't understand why the aircraft range is so low and the helicopter range is so high. That's a very strange distinction. It's interesting flavour though, because yeah, the other ones aren't like that. Maybe we'll see a Javelin, but I don't know. Blue seems content to just never buy any AA ever and just rely on the fighters. So this is battered. Okay, so he must have 4 of these. He must have 4 of these. Because he's already lost 1, and we've now seen 2 different names. So he must have 4 of these, and 2 clusters. So that's a pretty chunky air tab. Means he doesn't have many ground units. Perhaps that's why he's bringing his tanks at no vet. But you see that he's not really relying on his... his ground base use at all. Yeah, you see he's going for the Fliegerfaust there. What you can do is you can ping on the map when you see the AA fire. Sadly, the pings don't last long enough, but text pings last longer than normal pings. So you can hit F1 to mark them. That's a lot faster than pressing the button. F1, 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 F1. And F2 and F3 are like the different ones. But you can also do a text ping. But you got to write the text so it doesn't work properly with the hotkeys. So we got Battle of the No-Vet tanks here. Really weird gameplay. This is a lot better than this. You see that because of the fire rate. But he got the first shot off because this was shooting at rifles. So this is very dead. He needs to smoke or he's just going to die. He's dead. So he should have smoked there. That was a bit silly of him. Or at least brought this back up so it could help out. Jaguar 2 might get a side shot. Yeah, it did. Because these turn really slowly. the way Eugen games work is that if you've got a slow base speed, you turn slowly. So if they lower the speed on a unit, or if the unit's got low speed, it turns slower, and it starts slower, and it stops slower. It's just something to do with the way they program it. So these things turn really slowly, so you're very likely to get side shot with... I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Actually, no, it doesn't make sense at all. Never mind. So he's still got one of these. This is his last Tornado, and then he's got one F-16, and he's got one IHawk. So it's still all to play for. But yeah, he's got to be careful. Okay, so here we go, bomber again. That's got a really good... So, because it bombs in a line, if it goes for this, he might get these two. It looks like he's going in front of it. That was a good shot on that rover. Tornado meets... Shh. I don't think it's going to die. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting the clutch IHawk hit there. So there you go. So these are starting to die now. And the way you want to use them is to bring them all out at once. If you bomb in a position like this, you need to bring them all out at once. That also negates the fact that people can dodge them. If you send 6 out at once, it works. So... Blue's still trying to attack, but he's just not got enough units here. He bought too many planes. He needs to stop attacking and buy loads of infantry and then make something happen, because this is just not going to work. One Challenger and one Assault Pioneers. It's just not going to work. Like, no cohesion as well. He's brought him up to 0 vet. All his stuff is at 0 vet. I guess because of the planes. Because the planes are really, really tab expensive. Like, they're all like 3-point slots. So if you're spending like, you know, a third of your AP or whatever on just on planes, then yeah, maybe you will have no vet everything else. This is literally everything's no vet. Everything's no vet. But here's the Javelin. So see, 2475, 2300, whereas this is better against helicopters but worse against planes. I just don't understand where that comes from. Is that realistic? Doesn't really make sense to me. Why would I be able to fire further? I don't know. Anyway, not sure where this was... Oh, this was going for that. So he's trying to use this to get that. It does have short-range missiles. They're all right, but it's only got 2, so it needs to hit twice. Or I could use the guns. Fliegerfaust are going to miss, because it's got 5% ECM. Oh, he peeled it off. If he just kept going, he would have killed that. If he just kept going, he would have killed that. He gets a Gepard, though. Oh, okay, so this is why he turned around, because of all this. So that Siege really needs to be flying this way. Not sure where the Tornado went on. IHawk might get that Tornado. It doesn't. Seed's out. Gets the IHawk. A bunch of stuff died here as well, like the second Gepard, the cluster. So, yeah, so Blue also gets the Seed. I'm not sure why he's brought it, though, given that I've not seen any bombers from him all game. You don't really want Seed if you're not bringing bombers. There we go. This F-16 should really kill that. It's got 2 missiles left. Or the guns will get it. Right, so just keep on the target. Yeah, he got it. This Fliegerfaust is now 3 vet. And yeah, that blue Seed does go down there. He's still got 1 left, but the red Seed went down. Yeah, really interesting Tornado battle here. It is pretty funny how 2nd Panzergrenadier has the British air wing. I really think it shouldn't. I think that is how you would nerf this div. That does everything, is just remove the British planes. Because they were put in because... Well, I mean, I can't be sure of this, but I get the feeling it's because 2nd Panzergrenadier came out like way before the British came out. And so they put some Belgians in it, they put some Brits in it, stuff like this, and like, look, check out all these cool things that are ready, but we can't put them in the game yet because the rest of the nation isn't done. So that's happened now. Like 5th Panzer got Apaches and stuff like that. So I think they should sort that out. But yeah, you see the air game from both players is really taking its toll on the ground. Like, there's just nothing here. Considering the game's been going for 20 minutes now, you would expect a lot more units here. But there's just... there's been too many... There's been a lot of plane purchases, and the planes are obviously getting kills and stuff. But I do wonder what the plan is from... Obviously, the blue player's plan is obvious. Keep bombing this town. Blow up the enemy AA, right? So that there's still 3 Gepards left, but there's no more IHawks. I forgot to count I think he's still got 1 F-16 and 1 Tornado, I think. And so eventually they just run out of AA, and then you can keep bombing the town. But I'm not sure what Red's plan is. Just try and kill all his planes, and then you can counter push it towards the end of the game. That's a pretty common second Panzer strat. You just get the opener. If that doesn't go your way, you just hunker down for the rest of the game, get loads and loads and loads of kills, and then in the last 10 minutes go in. Looks like there's been a... Okay, so Macob, he's engaged his neurons here, and he's realised maybe attacking the town over and over and over again is not a good idea. Maybe I should go for something else. And with these units, he needs a recon here. I mean, he's got that, I suppose. He sees nothing, even though, like, this is here. You wouldn't see that because it's in the blue box. But Willthethe has done a good job of putting a recon here, so he's actually going to see all these guys get here, which means he can start reinforcing this. So we'll see if he reacts. He's got really good value out of this. Like, I saw it get a CV before. Another thing you can do with it is put a CV next to it. Like, if this is not doing anything, so you might as well put it next to your RT, and that'll make it reload faster because it increases the vet. Let's see if we can find 2 vet unit. But here we go. So the Bedfords are getting blown up, and yeah, so they're no cohesion, right? So they're already low cohesion, stuff like that. Okay, so now he's going to bomb this. I think 2 is a bit much, but I guess he doesn't know how much is there. So he might get it. Right. So whoa, what the heck is going on? What a furball. So this should really get that. Okay, it does. It's still got guns, but... Right, and then, yeah, so he clears up that one as well. I think Macob's run out of fighters now. I think he's run out of fighters. Oh, no, but he loses his last F-16. And this, obviously, that was HE anyway, so it doesn't do a whole lot. Crazy playing game. A lot of planes dying. Oh, this still has its rounds. It's just, I thought it was out of ammo, but it was the missiles. So Willthethe is driving forwards instead of to the left or right. But yeah, these are very fast tanks, and if they're not in cover and stuff, you know, they're very fast, so not a good idea. This is going to start getting side shot. Okay, smokes it off, and this was shooting that because of the LOS. Seeds out. Gepard's been left on again. Right, here we go. Pew. Yep, very exciting. So, yeah, I mean, blue... Oh, no, he just sort of drove into that and died. Obviously, the closer you get, the higher the pad is. That actually says it on the tooltip here. But yeah, he's lost the Gepard, and there's still plenty of tornado bombers. That Milan does go down, but even though he's dead, he... he was just really clutching that joystick, and it keeps going, and it gets him, so... Warrior Applique's getting messed up by Milans, but there's no way this stays here, and it looks like he's going to get in. What I'd really love to see is some smoke. This is so dead. It's going to get side shot. Bam, dead. Yeah, this is why attacking here is rough when this is here. Would love to see some smoke. So any artillery at all from blue. Oh man, please tell me he doesn't get side shot. He's trying to turn, but he turns very slowly. Okay, he breaks the LOS there. I think front armory will be fine, right? Especially if he hits him. Yeah, this will probably still hit, and then he can smoke. Though actually, he probably should have smoked anyway, because now this is going to shoot again, and down it goes. So, blue in the zone, finally getting some points on the board here. But red's got a lot of tanks. The problem is he's bringing them all at 0 cohesion, so they just stay useless for ages, and they don't come in the next fight. So, that's a big problem, because now he can't rotate all this round. He's going to try it anyway. In fact, he's going that way, which is interesting. This guy's not in a great spot. Mediocre cohesion here, but it does have decent accuracy. So it misses twice in a row. Just British things, I guess. But the Warrior Applique gets it because that's a French weapon, the Milan 2. So, okay. I mean, you want your infantry going first here. Like, you've got all this. Just send it in. Why not? Also, he's blobbing again, which means tanks. Which means cluster, sorry. Cluster on your tanks. That was a bit of a miss, but might get this one. Mega Waffle 1, so he does have bombers. So he gets a Leopard 2A3 there. Yeah, he's definitely got 4 fighters, because we've seen many fighters die, so he's got 4 fighters there, so... Mega Waffle goes down. 2 Leopards going down. Like this is quite an unsupported push, just sort of fast moving down the road. This one's probably going to get in, actually. So there's no infantry AT here, which is really weird, actually. There should really be 1 rifles in here. And he does have rifles. So if he just keeps going, he'll be alright. Although this is... will it aim in time? It does not. So now he needs to close the minimum range. Oh no. Yeah, he's dead. He just got hit by 2 challenges here. And then he's got... So imagine if he just waited for these to show up before doing that. Or come down here with all these instead of sending some here. Like, this is a lot of tanks. This really would have swung that fight. As you can see, they're doing pretty well. He is blobbing, though. And the tornadoes are coming. The British are coming. Okay, so he takes that out. This is really good now, because it's got 30 pen, 50% accuracy. It used to be terrible. But yeah, okay, so now you stop and you go backwards. But he sends some of them backwards and some of them forwards, which, to be honest, that worked. Right, so he's got back in. Now he needs that CV. Oh, he lost 2 CVs, right? So that's a shame. And then he surrendered. At least I think he surrendered. Somebody surrendered. So there you go. Big win for me. I'm the best. And Willthethe. Whoa, that's a really interesting stats. Very low rank, but very high win rate. You must watch Hippie YouTube videos. He's got a very high win rate. And you see, look at these planes, man. That got a lot. That got a lot. That got a lot. That got loads. That only got 1 guy. So yeah, good air game. But yeah, look at this. That did really well. And yeah, it's mainly tanks. And yeah, I told you it got 3 units. So do let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one.